this is going to be really interesting. You know how GENG is going
we
to
got
dissect,
dude, so old
double
school.
Sentinel util.
We got
That's gonna
GENG on
be popping
attack.
up
We got
across the
TLN
map,
on
but we've seen a
defense.
lot of teams really
We got
struggle against Deadlock and Pacific.
a
It has
raid
pretty
boss
high win rate,
frenzy.
with between Nongshim and Talon running this agent every once in a while, but it is so
The
frustrating.
triple
To get through.
frenzy.
You can see there's a sonic sensor on beat, kind of the typical place where you'd see like a nano or an alarm bot. And they're just going to burst right through.
TP in, Plant getting ready to come in. Kahlua lingering within the smoke, looking for a timing, goes on the push, is able to find Charon, takes a bit of damage in exchange, but
a huge
at
kill.
the same time, able to find Jit Boys
Oh,
over
it's
here on
gonna
the
get
A
weird,
side.
man. We're gonna be spamming this smoke once it comes up the whole time. Smoke goes on, and
are in.
Gonna be a spam fest.
Control, but now Snakebite gonna be thrown down, taking a bit of damage.
Keep an eye on texture.
Whittled away at his texture, swoops around the back, but it's been noted very intelligently there.
They're on top of it.
Turns around, is able to find it. Now it's just gonna be a spray battle. The smoke gets ready to fall. The wall still there in the way of the abuse.
Oh my god.
Stuck. He's not open yet. There's the kill.
That's a funny round, man. That's a funny round.
With 2 players surviving.
Yeah,
The funny thing about it is, you see Ty like smoke it off, but honestly, that's kind of what GENG won. They don't know about all the frenzies yet.
And GENG's just gonna plant their feet, throw
It's not
the
worst idea when you have that many people.
Even though that gets noted,
Yeah, they just keep the wall up. They can then drop the wall.
to set up a firing squad. And just,
Yeah, it was
you know,
nice.
there's going to be a gun down because Talon has to go for the defuse. They're going to use that advantage and get loud off the rip. So
They were going crazy on that.
a rifle for texture. Munchkin.
Damn.
Then Marshall goes for an opening shot, but is backed
Actually
off
got out of there.
by
For the
the
grab net looked good.
Fox 9 with just a ghost.
Wasn't it their wall? Yeah, yeah. They keep their wall up.
Going to open through.
It was their wall, but it wasn't their own smoke.
And make their way in, drone to check. But yeah, looks like right now, GENG get to the right read here on where potentially Talon might be set
Vanon,
up.
thanks so much, dude. Thanks for the whole year.
Just how much does Talon want to commit? And how much does GENG want to push off the back of, you know, not wanting to give up those deaths to the spike?
We'll have to see. For now, though, Munchkin getting a shot across. Cruz and Kahlua both tagged up.
Does look like they want to go for this.
It looks like Talon widely content to just try to chill out.
Oh. Okay, are they just going for the combo? Okay, now they're gonna chill.
Yeah, but no way to push forward. Had a nano blocking off his back side
Yeah,
access,
just wanted to try and get a grab net.
Dude,
we got 2 people that I'm okay with trying to hunt. Maybe because of the light armors they don't want to save. Maybe it's regen armor.
No, you've chipped away at, but seems like it will just be the full 5-player save, the full 5-player death to the spike, as GENG will get a flawless anti-eco.
Okay. So kind of the textbook.
1 armory buy. Dude, this is a nice buy here. Let's see what Munchkin does.
What does it look like from here forward for the side of Talon? That's the big question. You know, you've already seen that GENG
thank you
has
so
some
much, dude, with the
ideas
prime.
how to deal
Thank you,
with
the 3
deadlock.
months.
You know, one thing is you can use the neon to trip some of the sonic sensors, and then they've got plans for the barrier mesh as well. Just how much further are they going to be able to scale up? Bonus coming ahead.
Okay, they do the Fnatic.
There,
They just get rid of the Marshal and just buy up into it. It's nice.
Plenty in the back pocket to go into the next round. So this is a dangerous bonus that Talon is going to be facing.
I mean, it's a full buy. It really is. The only diff is like a couple of heavy armors.
Big
and even then,
in the mid, though. All 5 players from GENG.
This is just an even buy.
Creeping in towards the site. Sonic sensor set up here at the front. As Kahlua going to be forced away the salvos.
Another B. Dude, they're spamming B already. We've got salvos for the back of site so we can double TP. Vision block. They still have an omen flash.
Don't have to worry about those in the post plant quite just yet. Grimmy trying to open up a little bit of space here, but Ash is going to be taken down. Salvos over on the site, able to go ahead and get a catch. Not sure if it was, grab combo.
Yeah,
Cruz had it. You can see there
Big
on
Joe.
the assist.
Big flash.
Solid kill to be found. Texture looking to try to hold the door, hold this A site. But ends up getting taken down. Solid kill opening here from the side of Jit Boys. Now a 5v3 as they look for the retake. Paranoia towards back. Charon going to be flushed out.
God, that's a crazy clean retake. How did they make that one look so easy?
Wow, that was really well set up.
That's mad.
Very patient there around the B site. They didn't even have to really push through before they started getting kills.
Mad how they did that.
To find some early picks. And then just kind of dissecting players who are trying to hold the angles, hold the entrances.
And it's hardly any damage dealt at all.
Alright.
Jeez. 2 players
There's a couple of armors, not even.
Armor, but yeah, you can see here just
grab net.
one of the big things with this deadlock for these retakes is going to be combos like that. Very well set up from Talon.
And so now my question is, you're already seeing adjustments from Talon on how they want to approach the post plant. Same from GENG there, but Talon just kind of immediately boxes GENG in.
How many rounds does this comp need on defense? Quite a few.
I'm not having any of that, but GENG already setting up some conditioning, it seems like. Thinking about that B side. Wow, Karon just hits
that's a nice shot, man.
Very nice opening kill.
That's huge.
So yeah, the Yoru now.
Against the Viper comp, honestly, if they use...
So the big setup on this A site, 3 players lingering. It looks like Spike is going to be
one drone.
towards this part.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, dude. Like, Garage is really tough for them to take. Like, it's
very
hard for them to take both of these. So they might just have to A default the whole time.
Karon with the stealth drone there, and he's generally not the one who's going to be lurking by himself.
We'll see.
So maybe, with already the 2-player stack here.
Yeah, I feel like they at least need 7.
Seems like Talon's happy with their read that they've got. Just a matter of how efficiently can you get through this layered Cypher and Deadlock util.
Double kill trip. Dude, Karon, we're going for some double TP plays. And they have no idea that he's going for it. Looking like Mako the Fast Masters.
Boys. For some kind of timing here. Anything that he can find. Gets a ping reveal onto 1. That's going to be Texture taken down. And Ty is able to go ahead and collect the kill, but Jit Boys gets traded out as a casualty. So massive player advantage.
Yeah, and this is the compass. You get over towards the sign, you got that Viper alive, you win the after plant. So honestly, if I'm Talon here, I mean, they want to do damage, but you're not committing.
Just do whatever damage you can, but tries to go for the peek out the window, gets shut down by Munchkin.
Yeah, and for Ty, there's not much more to be done. He will be able to try to get the catch, and okay, eventually is able to readjust, gets the headshot there on the count.
I'm loving this from GENG though.
Finding 2 eliminations here is Talon, like, but not the round win, so Ty up not going to be coming
It's a lot of, it's basically what teams plan to do with the Teo Yoru, right, where you like clear an area for a TP, but on this we're just doing double TP.
They should be
I've
okay
seen it
going
twice
into the next
now.
round, but trying to make it as costly as possible. Our Talent, but they're getting some info. They're not really trying to go for the reads, and it's a really smart play by Karon to just bypass all of that util, TP into the back, under health, gets the opening kill as well. So this is a beautiful round from him. Basically secures GENG this round. Jitboys trying to wait for Ash there to create some, or excuse me, not wait for Ash, wait for Killua to set up some crossfires.
Captain Latios, thank you so much for the prime, mate.
Quite able to get there. Now Primmy's gonna have the
op. Prime.
Big round for Talon here. A lot of investment into this. You have the Teho ultimate. Ash one away
big
from
change
his.
up. And they gotta, I mean, they gotta hold heavier on sides. So the op helps a lot here.
Glass cannon here for Killua, forcing to get that op purchase here in for Primmy.
One away from the orb, we had no punish.
Ash now grabbing that orb means that we could have dueling ults.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta imagine that the punish in this comp must be kind of crazy though.
Presence known over at C to make sure they can grab the orb. Now maybe rethinking about Garage. I'm curious to see what they're gonna do. How they're gonna react.
Punish, huh? I wore the shirt last night for Americas. We had no tech pods.
Sidestep it. Cruz
coming down. They're suspecting a linger here.
I think you guys are way too superstitious.
Correct, but Munchkin out a little bit further, but it's not going to be fast enough to
find
the kill.
He had 0 tech pauses.
Ends up losing his life. Very solid response here from the IGL of Talon. Gets in that opening pick.
I mean, they had a crazy B retake earlier.
Kind of assuming there isn't going to be much behind that. Jitboys gets texture.
Just get taken down. Minor readjustment to have Karon be the one go in.
And go faster. Oh, interesting that they don't.
He's able to do that, avoids it, but now Karon taken down.
And then you hold that angle as safe.
Ash trying to hold the door, nearly has him lined up, but the nano from Boxy 9 is able to find one. With the Phantom comes
that's
up with
crazy doable.
Diffuse starting to be held. The shots, gets the hit, takes down Thai, but that is still going to be Primmy standing. Getting the diffuse here. Op should be nearby enough to get the recovery on that as well. And Talon will scrape by with a round win.
Yeah,
some really interesting reads by both sides. I mean, Munchkin
money's
reads it well.
Super low. This
is
going to be a big round.
Pushing out of C long, he just gets out-dueled. I like the way that Primmy immediately TPs back after Cruz gets this kill. They don't stick around. They don't anticipate that there's anything else behind it because it's just Munchkin there, and he loves to lurk. And then they use a great ultimate. The Tejo ultimate forces Karan out into garage door right where Cruz is ready and waiting. And a nice quick trade there by Primi.
Okay, this is it for a little bit.
Position, a classic
Big buy round. Your ult, but obviously with the ult. Sorry, with the op, so probably not going to be seeing it unless they trade guns.
So you're going to need to
and Primi sending it down towards C.
Bought down for GENG, so they're trying to get another round in the books, because if they don't get this one, money behind it for a few players, pretty dire.
Dude, the grab net hit so many. Oh my god. Imagine they had, what a shot that was. Imagine they had better timing on this. The grab net actually hit full.
Munchkin IGLing from beyond the grave.
One suppressed.
Forward presence here from Foxy 9 slid up in the smoke just in front of B, but
keep running the net too early. I mean, this one was to make sure they couldn't get any space off of the drone. This one was good.
Of this defensive util is situated.
Yeah, you still have Karan there to clear some of it. They're going to use some Tejo utility as well. They get the trips. This one of the Sonic sensors.
This is nice as well. Little from Talon. They shut down over towards garage. They put the wall here. Problem is the ball leaks out a little bit, so they do see it.
Of the util here. Foxy looking like he wants to challenge the angle. Does so. Kalua able to strike. Finds the kill. Ash quick to trade it back.
So many B hits right now.
Sprinting around the dimensional drift.
Primi changing guns middle.
Noting the flank is able to find Jit Boys.
It's still doable because they have Omen, but when does he get smoked? 5 seconds.
Just end up being a firing squad down from
Any other agents? They don't have a chance. This one, they got a good chance.
Set up here to start actually getting a tap on this plan.
Got a couple flashes, but you got to get deep enough to use them.
Salvos go through. Primi tag to 11. Die does manage to
Let's
come away
see
with
it.
one. His texture's going to be taken down. Primi finding another.
Damn, dude.
He finds
Damn.
three.
It's impressive, man. How are they doing these ones over towards B? They're retaking everything.
Jeez, he's quick.
It's great shots from Primi there. My goodness.
GENG had a lot of opportunities.
He's 11 HP during all of that.
Just not having any of it. Gets the first with the operator. Oh, nice work there.
Whoa, look at that though as well.
Ash, quick to trade, and Texture watching the flanks nicely, but
So this was very smart as well, TPing over towards the top. Is they potentially spamming from the tap? Oh my.
They go over the peak. They just get shut down. Primi out in the open, no problem.
Picks up the op at the end. They got a judge here as a backup now. Forced them down to the eco, and I mean the low bar is looking kind of nice still.
Knocked back onto a bit of a half buy here.
Smoke goes over towards short. Looks like a default, and you're seeing them take C control again. This is pretty much 3 rounds in a row.
And High going to be able to find one. Karan taken down. Just gets suppressed. There's the stealth drone. Chases forward.
Hey, they shut down the site though.
GENG, yeah, abandoning this.
Yeah, it was a heavy stack early from Talon off of any pressure.
It's nice from Talon though, really. They got their B retakes on lock. They're getting early info over towards C, and they're playing heavy over towards A.
To funnel GENG into that area.
Very
so
nice.
You stack the Sentinel util onto A.
You definitely got to give props to Fi. He's playing very good on the B retakes. He's one of the reasons that it's been so easy for them. Is it Fi or Tai? The first or second one?
And it makes it really challenging for GENG, no matter how good their post plants are, and a judge for Cruz.
Oh my. Dude, it's so strong right now. They got to change their game plan. B doesn't work. Yeah, you gotta call a timeout. Your game plan's not working.
Cruz giving his life for the retake, and Talon now gaining the lead.
Yeah, I think you need to call a timeout here as GENG to kind of figure out how you can find other ways onto the other sites, because it's been almost B every time, other than the anti-eco round where you went C. And this is, in my opinion, all according to plan. This was something I was worried about here for GENG. Is this is going to be an important site, I think, on both sides of the coin. I think when they switch over to defense, this is going to be a site that the deadlock could be really frustrating to play against, because if you can get there, get that wall down, it's really hard to go for those retakes. So you're going to have to be active on the map on that side. But over here on this attacker side, seemingly Solo going to trust Munchkin to make the right call here.
Okay, another go at it in terms of buy rounds for GENG. Chat, when GENG go B, where does Munchkin throw his Viper smoke?
Slow marching their way
Here.
forward. I'm not sure if they know about this forward-facing Cypher trip either. This was here in the previous round, but it didn't get cleared, and I don't think it ever got noted.
Euphoria, thanks so much for the 10 months. Appreciate the tier 1. You don't know? Yeah, I don't know. Throws it A link.
That's not great either.
Nah, there's no way he throws it A link with the wall down.
Cruz
It has to be here.
To try something different. He is just not working.
Like, yeah, you kind of have two options here or here.
Not spotting out too much of anything. It looks like now GENG is going to look to re-wrap around. Texture able to break that line of sight before the triple push into sewers. Goes forward, but this is still so much info gained for Talon.
And they put up the wall. They're expecting this push out. They know they've got the space.
Them.
Yes, exactly.
It's not on the B.
Right now, reading them like a book. Grab net set.
Yeah, I mean, they might change up their play a bit. We'll see.
Sets are going to be cleared out, and Cruz is on a peak, able to find it. Now they strike in from behind. They are just absolutely pinned in position. Munchkin able to find one as Jit Boys does get taken down. He's trying to swing around looking for a little bit more, but now the spike is going to be on the floor. Ty.
Nice, he gets out of there as well.
Dude,
Ty's playing good, bro. He's playing really good.
Read from Talon, understanding and
Oh
manipulating
my goodness, I thought he was gonna whiff. I thought he was gonna whiff. He's playing great though. He's like playing smart.
I mean, you can see the plans.
Sinners, thank you so much, man. Appreciate the 24 months. Thank you for the prime. Thank you.
The way that they
The
understand
cast, dude, I saw him whiff the first 3 bullets, and I was like, no, not like this, man. Surely.
And this time it's
Heavy shot down a garage every single time as well. It's nice.
It's the wall up at the front of B, so they can't go there. Funnel them towards garage. You can take window control and create a crossfire. Really well thought out. This is extremely smart. Yeah, okay, now you got to take a timeout. I think this is a round too late for me, but
I agree that.
you got to figure out ways to create pressure.
I think this is a little bit too late.
Parts of the map where Talon isn't dictating the pace.
Because no joke,
their
game plan was to hit over towards B. Like they wanted to abuse B loads.
To clear that.
And they've been getting wrecked.
When you're able to TP past with Kara.
They also want to abuse B and then they fight on site loads. And I'm not sure it works when you got the deadlock salvos that kind of 100% clear the right, so that when you come out through C-Link, you can just look left the whole time.
It's a great combo to have against a Neon as well. This double sentinel setup. You have to use something like a stealth drone, or you have to rely on Ash a lot to be able to find that util, but I've been watching pretty closely on the minimap the way that they're setting it up, and it's all over the place. It's hard to keep track of it, and now they're moving it over to C. They're gonna, off of this timeout, anticipate an adjustment, kind of set the Cypher back to the normal side of the map on Haven that you would typically see.
And similarly, they're a little bit inverted, I suppose, is Talon shifting Primi across.
Yep.
Gate crash at the moment, just set up to go over towards the A
big
connector.
changer from Talon. We've had a lot of the Cypher starting over towards A, and they think game plan wise what's going to happen is they're going to start going more towards C, I imagine.
And he is, of course, the one with the operator now, and ooh, catches a glimpse. Looking for the stun,
Ooh,
still gets
nice.
a quick peek, and that's going to be Foxy9, take it down. Camera cleared out. Salvo sent both sides. GENG control of the site here for the moment. Ash going to be left to stick around, it would seem, as Munchkin, you've been spotted, and you've been sprayed down. It's just far too late. Swap to the shorty. Ty cuts down Ash. Texture the overdrive.
They're just going to wait for the ult.
So
Yeah, they might just wait for the ult here.
He and Karen now trying to fight their way out of what looks to be a damn near impossible situation. The overdrive now expired. Sets the wall to try to act like he's repositioned.
Look at how good Talon are playing though. It's nice. I know this was low buy still that they were up against, but
chip damage, some forced armor rebuys.
It's really nice.
But Talon are not allowing for any kind of thrifty business to come through.
Now, what a decision here to move the op over to Ty, and he puts it to great use. That is so well thought out there to absorb the concuss. He had just gotten a spot of the players when he was
6 on defense. I mean, they got a heavy defense side of compo. Like we were saying that they needed 7, so I feel like an 8 would be great.
Was already there, and they were willing to pounce. And they just have every read so far.
Around.
Yeah, they're just ahead of the curve.
They get the Annihilation out, but commit 2 of their own to no avail. Still do have a lockdown available, but similarly, Kalua, he's got an Armageddon, so he can just clear that and disrespect it. Munchkin netted, but able to get around the
At one point, he's going to hear him take it out, and then should be thinking more about this corner. But I think Munchkin might be like this for the next 30, 40 seconds.
Back of his mind, he's got to be thinking about how Talon was able to push that space for free. Previously, he has to be the one to keep control of it while the rest of the team tries to find openings on B and C, but Talon aware of it. They're making aggressive moves towards that side of the map. They're just going to leave Primi on his own. He's got the op again
Locating target.
to watch A.
This time, though, Talon, slight misread. Like you said, they have Primi situated. So they're not going to be spotting much of anything there. It's Foxy.
Yeah, they're going to back up A. That's rough.
Who's going to be taken
It's a
down.
rough one, that is.
Seemed like a timing idea.
Yeah, as soon as that happens, you can see them moving back
Genji's been
over towards C.
pausing
I'll tell you
longer
what,
than he expected.
it's going to be like 30 seconds when they hit, and they still got double kill trip.
Trying to find that opening for the lurk, and it's a misread from Talon. They think this is going to be A. GENG's been
What does Taiwan do?
and rotating, but
Fight
this
it?
time just going to barrel on in.
Make sure.
Okay,
Dashing forward.
it's
trying to
hard
clear things
retake.
out. Goes to the site.
Don't think they can retake
Primed for
this.
the taking. Is now just looking to play off the timing.
As much as I think
Ty,
Ty, like I get that he wants to play with his team there, I think against this comp he has to fight that.
Back in off the back of that if they do go ahead and clear out the lockdown. So now they will look, try to get their way back into this. Deep lurk from Jit Boys swinging around through the attacker's spawn. Alarm bot, however, is still set up there from from Foxy 9, I should say, to alert for Munchkin.
This one should be about done.
Yep, should just be a tuck and save here.
OG Flash Code, thanks so much, bro. Appreciate this. 17 mums, thank you for that.
One off now, a neural theft.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Spam
I'm
through
not
Ash,
even saying that the round would have
catching
gone
the time to
different.
find
He
him.
might have
Jit Boys
just instantly gone
repositions,
down.
looks
It's
to
just
play
the
this
fact he's
out
playing
a bit
against
more aggressively, as
playing against the
Gates
comp that
Ball
you
still
can't
gets
retake
in
against.
depth.
So
Operator gonna be saved. As
4v5.
Finally able to
You're not
break
going to be able to
a
retake it.
very
Even
large win streak
4v4 if
from
that
the side of
Viper's
Talon's.
alive, you're
5
probably not
consecutive
retaking it.
wins in a
So
row.
he
Give
just has
themselves
to
up to
fight
4.
sight.
Yeah,
But
and
it's
you're
hard for him
thinking,
in this
like,
moment because in practice,
okay, this is the
in
double
practice
sentinel
there
comp.
you're meant to
This is the
leave the
defender's
site
side of
really.
comp. Not against T1, it wasn't.
No one else
They
close to
won
floods.
6
You
out of-
gambled
6
over
out of 8
towards
rounds
A.
on their attacker side. It can be very annoying on that attacker side. There's still a lot of oomph behind it, especially in those post plants.
Get the deadlock set up, able to throw down the wall, get the sonic sensors in place.
Exactly.
Trying to flood retake, especially with a neon.
Have fun. Have fun being stunned and detected for days. Primi this time takes some sewer space. Cypher back over towards A.
Cruz on a very tight angle. No one giving him the time there to go for the peak, so backs away.
Yeah, they're gonna use the drone.
Locating target.
That is going to be sent. They get a glimpse, though. They know that this deadlock is in position, and Cruz is just spamming through the wall. Texture dead. Just not looking to reposition fast enough. Now Sonic Sensor is situated here in Garage. Gun barrel spotted. Primi on the hit a flick. Munchkin taken down. Wall set up in Garage. No access here. GENG once again are losing the plot. Double face in towards long. Ty able to come up with a kill. Foxy
Is
9
4
dead.
gonna be
Swing
enough?
in, looking for the
Maybe.
hit. Ash able to find one.
see.
Just frantically
I'm
spraying,
excited
is
to see
able
what
find
Talon's going to
Count.
try and do on attack.
And now it is just
I
Ash.
think they're going to use smarter use
all
of the
alone.
camera.
Looking to try to clutch this out. Salvo's buying him enough space to go ahead and get the plan. Salvo's in response, however, take him down to 60.
Yeah, and
Got
Primi's just
swooping around
locking
from
down
behind
long.
here. Now it's C long scoped in on the op.
Try
This
to
comp
hold
is
this
strong.
angle again.
I mean, it's strong on
Tricked down a
defense.
bit.
It definitely
should've been
struggles
heard.
on attack.
Faces in. 2 players there. Will end up falling. Decent little run
Like
of
you
it.
might see
At least
Primi,
get the
sorry,
play money
chatting, I just
across,
punched the
but
mic a
that's
little
gonna
bit.
be Talon
You might
now
see
securing the
Primi
lead at the half.
struggle a
At least 7 to
little
5.
bit and have to like
Yeah, I mean, at
force
every
into
twist and
places
turn,
where he doesn't want to force
Talon has
into.
the read.
Like I think he's gonna have
Primi
I
can just
think
hold
he's gonna have a
sewers.
rough
He's
time
got
on
A under
attack.
control. Cruz then senses the drone, knows the drone is coming, throws out the grab net to slow it down, sees the shots coming through the wall, and just wins the counter spam battle. And then the rest of the way through, they're finding some good double peeks. Killua, nice little drag. Ash trying to do it again.
4-8
but at
enough?
this
No,
point,
there's definitely a
got
world where
players
4's
coming
enough.
from every which way. Got
But
identified, tried to swing, paid the
I don't
price.
know how good Talon's. Like I think if they have very
Some Jit
basic
Boys'
thought
neural
about the
theft.
camera,
This round,
then
very important for GENG.
4
This
might
fifth
be
would
enough.
feel
If they
very
actually are
nice.
like
Feel like you
smart
can
with the
still get
camera
this
and have
done.
protocols off it with like
Four
all of
seems
this,
challenging.
Yeah.
I think I think that'd be good for more. So I kind of think it comes all down to how they play the Cypher, really.
Boys, the neural theft is there. Foxy, he's ready for this push out. It's been happening consistently from the side of Talon, but Primi Playing a bit more reserved this time, not looking to overstretch the angle.
Cutting through.
They're just
It's the drone clear over towards A.
GENG. They're gonna get the
They
stealth
hear
drone
that
out.
though,
Didn't see
so
any contact.
going back to
They have
try
to
and
re-clear
force them
themselves.
away if they are holding it
Shows
with one.
No push coming
No
through
one
sewers
following
again.
up the drone.
A little bit
Like,
wider.
damn, dude,
Foxy
Primi is
not fast
really
enough.
frying them.
Quick on the draw.
Dude, it's so tanky, the wall.
Finds that kill, and a player down here, GENG.
Go, go, go.
TLN taking the right steps towards securing that 8th round victory here
I'm
in
not
the
sure
half.
they know the ciphers here,
Quick
but
rotate.
with that push down, you
clearing the
should
barrier mesh.
feel like it is.
I want to try to find a way through towards A, but
30 seconds left.
Ty,
3
also
person
seemingly
stack,
aware, hasn't seen anything over
trips
at B.
and camera, cage to delay.
boys.
Has the cam situated. It's not across
Whoa.
texture. Able to find Jit Boys.
What is
just
that
sprinting
entry?
Through the cage. Swoops around the back. 2 players now lingering within the smokes. Karen pushing forward. Able to
Wait.
find one. The spike. Need to get planted here.
Wait, go.
Looking to
Wait,
cause
is he
chaos
doing it?
Here on the side. Gets the spot out. Pushes forward. Ends up getting taken down
Okay,
with 2
just
seconds to
get the
spare.
plant.
Plant
Nothing
now
stop
being
this.
stuck is Primi. It's the last one standing. Looking to try to clutch it out, but
Yeah,
Karen
it's gonna
off on
get
the flank
close,
angle.
man. Let's see.
Has the headshot. It's going to be GENG narrowly making their way up to 5 round wins.
Switching
Yeah.
sides.
I mean, that was really tenacious defense from the side of TLN. Tough nut to crack for sure. And eventually GENG able to get there. That's a good paranoia to set up texture on the entry by Karan. And then Karan able to push deep into the back of site again. Finds the angle where Primi's not expecting him and preventing him from getting another nasty clutch.
Tenacious D reference.
See what
Like the best.
the other side of the coin looks
The
like.
best way to
I mean,
drop
again,
it though.
Talon looked good
Tenacious
on their attacker
defense.
side against T1. It's really annoying if they can find that open space. I mean, they have a lot of these same kind of util to sort of clear.
Do you think 5-7 is better for
angles
GENG than it
and
is
get
for Talon?
information that GENG does. You have a
It's
Teho, so
gonna be
a lot of
interesting.
those ideas are
Wait,
going to
what
be
is
there,
this?
in terms of the same
You
kind
get a
of play.
Frost
I think,
intense feedback session. Or you have a
Yeah.
1v1 feedback session with
Something tells me
Solo.
this is a bit of a lopsided question.
Yeah, this is a little unfair.
That's
Do we
so
not have
funny.
I guess we don't have the score tracker to see like which one wins out in the vote. But
Yeah. Oh, Solo?
Okay. She's going to go with Solo.
Okay.
That's a scarier situation.
I imagine that would be a little intimidating too.
It could be.
We know he's a pretty intense guy sometimes.
That's funny.
Maybe if you don't have the strongest understanding of what Frost is saying, it might not be that scary as well.
Yeah, he's just
Not to make assumptions, but
Yeah.
you know, like if he's just yapping at you and you're just like, I don't understand any of this. So
Yeah.
I'm unbothered.
yeah.
Okay, let's have a
It's like
little
when
look.
you're taking a taxi
What do they
late
got?
at night in Seoul, and the guy's like yelling because he's like upset about like where
Strong
you're going,
after
or
plan
it's,
comp
like, oh,
as
the
well,
trip
to be
isn't long
honest.
enough, but you're just like, I don't fully understand what you're
Not my
angry
problem.
about, so I'm just gonna chill back and
Yep.
put my earpods in.
Yep, exactly. Just this guy's yapping.
Interesting
and
from
I don't know.
GENG. Insta salvos down over
Yep.
towards
Get
long,
me to my
breaks the
destination,
trip.
My
let me
lane.
Swipe my card.
Yep.
So
Oh,
with
they're ready
that,
for
there is
this.
pressure that they
Paranoia,
can go fast
Remy.
behind on this.
Blind it
It's a
up.
really good
Got
omen
something going, We'll
flash.
just go ahead and take a quick little exit. They get the snake bite out as
Oh,
well.
this is a good omen flash.
Because now it's going to be
End up
pivot
getting the
crossover
wall
towards
in,
the garage.
fake
Stealth
B,
drone
tap
gonna be
the
sent through,
spike,
much
get
to
out of there,
confinement.
put the
Bit of
wall
damage,
so it's
but for some in kind.
slower,
They got the
rotate,
wall deep,
and
so
split
the
over
players stuck on
towards
B
C.
have to clear
This is
that
a
so they're gonna be
nice
able to help.
pistol from
Remy
Talon
gonna be
though.
gonna be
It's a
taken down.
nice
Now it's fully
pistol.
player there at backside.
It's a
Action
good
now
fast
arriving,
flood.
sliding forward. Kawan able to find one. Kahlua going to be dropped, but Cruz trades it back out. The swoop around the back. Primi looking for the timing to try to swing out from the smoke. Does so and eventually drags the shots across, finding Munchkin's head.
Time to jump.
Damn it,
Foxy
they
now the
really
last
went for it.
one
Dude,
standing.
this pistol's a
Gonna be
genius, dude.
Cruz, both tagged up.
This
Boys
pistol
now
was
at
actually
full
genius.
HP,
Whoever thought it
full
up, it's really
ghosts.
cool.
Full pressure on the shoulders of this Killjoy.
Doable. Still have a grab net though for Cruz.
Bam, actually owned.
Finds the first one. And needed to
Actually
hit
owns
every
them.
single headshot
So you
from
got to
there,
think about
and again,
pistol
now
and
it's
like
gonna be
the
Talon taking it
this is
to
what
Pistol in the
Deadlock's
second half,
unreal at.
tying
This
that up.
wall in pistol
And
is
a 1-to-1.
deadly.
Further
Deadly, deadly.
stretching the lead.
They commit
and I
over
mean,
towards B
again,
with
going
smokes,
back
they
to what I
then
was
put
talking
the
about earlier,
wall
this comp
over
to me
towards
really
B.
feels
And
like
on
it's well
pistols,
set
that's
up to put pressure
it
at
cuts
B
off the
and C.
rotate, so it makes it
Because if you
it
can
first
get
of all
those
really
walls
sells the
deep from the
B
deadlock,
fake,
you could cut off a
and
lot
at
of
the same
rotation
time
angles and really
it
make
stops all
easy
the
to
rotates
read
for a long
where and
time.
when your opponents are going to be,
Against the
because they're either gonna
Deadlock
be
as
clearing
well, which
that
is
wall
so
in that
good in
one
the
spot,
after
or
plant,
they're
you're
gonna be pushing
stopping
from C-Link
them
or something.
being
So
able to fast flood.
you have so much ability
Really
to
cool.
manipulate the map here with this comp that Talon
That's a
brings.
really
And to
good pistol.
understand where and when your opponents are. It's gonna be
Deadlock? That
really
looks like
difficult for a
one
lot
of the best
teams.
pistol agents.
GENG here today on their map
Beetles
pick,
and like just the wolf's
also
too strong for
already
pistol.
struggling. Now they're trying to set up crossfires with the classics outside of the door. Sheriff for texture
Especially when you got good
is going to catch Talon off guard.
good thought
Jones
process.
not going to spot it. It's going into the garage. They don't like it.
Yep, they're not going to play around with this. Ball falling. Potential catcher on a Kahlua. It's out in mid. That's
Uh-oh.
maybe a weapon eventually recovered in the round, but looks
Yeah,
like
I think Jitboys
will
might need
just be
to
a
go get
regress
that
from
now.
Talon into mid, try to keep that weapon protected. And does get scooped up there by Cruz, in fact.
Yeah, that's...
As
Oh my God.
He's dog walking into garage, and he ends up getting taken down. Brimmy quickly trades it back as Jitboys on the linger up in towards A. He's able to find Ash. GENG, though, really scratching their heads, have a strong understanding that this is going to be a seaside plant, especially now that they hear it coming through. Get themselves into a 3v3. Some more damage dealt from GENG would start being costly to Talon. Dai doing well to find that kill, though.
One enemy remaining.
And that one. And maybe the third one.
And
Yes.
that one, yeah. Nice shot. See, he's been
I
great.
did well. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah. Man, he was on point for sure. That's very nicely done again. I mean, Talon has a great read. Again, they're not actually going to A. That's where GENG expects them to. They cover the gun. GENG anticipates they were going to rotate off of that.
Enemy remaining.
Instead, Talon finds the open space, finds the open site. And able to hit some nice shots along the way, so looking very, very nice right now. For Talon, up by 4 rounds. Into the bonus, have some Guardians, a shotgun for Cruz.
And
Oh
that's a great
my
way to start
God.
working towards a conversion.
Dude, the Guardians are deadly.
Hell of a shot from Jitboys. Ash dead, and now this scrambles the forces from GENG across the map. Meantime, it's going to be an exec forward here onto the B site for the side of Talon.
South to
Wall
Pon's
set up, cutting off
insanely
that A
strong.
connector. Texture getting the bad news, just trying to spray that wall down. As Munchkin has no idea. Right in between the shoulder blades. Finds the kill. Texture dead. This round is as good as done.
Got to save.
They're out.
No choice.
Absolutely
They're
no.
out
And
here
Cruz
knifing
just
him
throw
on the
himself
big
at-
buy
He's
rounds.
got a Bucky.
Yeah, why not?
Talon
looks
gonna get
good.
up to 10 rounds with a bonus conversion. GENG left scratching their heads.
Turret down.
It's
Hello,
just
Zesh.
winning so many of these
How you doing,
opening
mate?
duels. They're so on point with their
Looks
reads
rough
on
over
the
there,
timings.
man.
The deadlock util, so annoying. All of this for Talon. Just incredibly well put together, incredibly well executed. Players on point today.
Not sure why Ty went down, but
The memes.
it's fine. He's got 7,000. They're up by 5
He's
rounds.
15 and 6.
Yeah.
It's a lovely shot to start it.
Oh man.
For a sec, when the first knife swing didn't kill, I was like, oh no, he's beefed it. Munchkin's got a 180 and just head tap, you know, but nope. Got it done. It's been a very, very rough go here for the side of GENG. And Foxy only one at double-digit kills.
Who's next?
I mean, they're just having such a
Yeah,
struggle
insta
reading the map.
strat.
They are just storming their way forward now.
Omen flash off
Foxy's
of
getting
that.
absolutely
Little bit of tunnel
overwhelmed.
vision, but
Fermi
it
will
kills
get
the
taken
kill.
down there as the snake bite is enough to go ahead and
Yeah,
confirm the kill.
it
That slows up
might
the approach
haunt
from
them.
Talon. Gives them pause for the moment. Jitboys still lurks forward into window,
It's
but
hard
Munchkin
to-
seemingly aware of this,
It's hard
but
to
cannot
not
find the
go
shot.
for that when the Omen
Jitboys
flash gets used and you know it hit.
absolutely devastating. Caron too late to try to find the punish here on the tie.
I mean, this is actually a pretty good read by GENG. And you got the ult out of the Yoru when you traded it. It looked like it was going to be good, but then Munchkin loses the 1v1, and all of a sudden you're scrambling to try to control the map.
Caron, okay, I was going to say Cam toggle.
Tell you
set
what,
up.
though,
Jitboys keeps himself
Your boys
safe,
is doing great.
and now looks for the punish, and will not
Okay.
be able to find
I
it.
I wanted him to tuck
A
in,
little
but
overconfidence for Jit there.
yeah, I mean, the thing is, if he got the time in there,
Go ahead
it
and
would have been
secure them
insane.
a 3v3
He
for
did
the
he
Now
did good
it's
to
ready
like
come
buy a lot
through.
of time
Still
and stay
have this
alive.
deadlock.
He probably could have played it better after I
Sonic
decided
sensors
to
and a grab
compliment
net
him,
available
but
for Cruz
that's my
to
fault.
try to prevent a retake.
I should
go
know
through
better
Evan.
than that.
That's cut off by the barrier mesh. And then there's sonic sensors at the door. What do? You got to rely on a lurk. You don't have one.
So they are just going to go ahead and clear this one out. Kahlua, position ought to be noted, got grab netted there by his own teammate, but no punish to be found. Wall going to be set up, Texture dropping down, out from heaven, able to find one. He's out wide, however, and Kahlua
Crispy.
will just
Dude,
massacre
they look
all
nice,
three
bro.
players.
Okay, massive
11-5
buy-round for
Talon
Gen G. You got to be calling
running
that timeout
away
before
with
this one, you would
map.
imagine.
It's Gen G's pick.
This is a treat to watch. Talon in
Maybe
full
not.
control here on Haven. I mean, again, this isn't a bad start at all for Gen G, but this right here is devastating. Losing Munchkin when he's got the read, he saw the player there. A nice attempt on the entry by Texture, but
Ooh.
with the post-plant positioning
Ooh.
and a great triple there
Really nice,
for
dude.
Killua, forget it. You have all the info as Talon. I mean, you know what to expect, where to expect it, when to expect it, and on top of that, you're winning your duels. Now they're going to try to slow walk their way up. A really far forward alarm bot. Early pop of the nano, so some time bought for rotations. Poison Cloud.
Oh.
Ooh, that.
Yeah, tiny touch of damage on the Cruise.
Yeah, looked like it might have caught a little bit more, but.
And mostly connecting into the legs.
Foxy, though, took some damage as well.
Yeah, he gets the worst of it by a pretty large margin. Those drones just saying hi to each other.
Nice
Slow
though.
rotate
They
over
push them
towards
back
C,
over
and Gen
towards
G's
A. They
moving
know
the
for
other
sure that
way.
they gotta have two.
There's been so much contact
Makes
on
it
the
a
other
little
side
bit
of the
weaker
map.
for now the C hit.
They're so quick to rotate. TP's going to go back behind the box. The salvos to cut off the
Pick the right side.
corners.
That rings out the
Big
bad
change
news.
up. Deadlock's normally over
Get the
towards
backside,
side to
the flash
reinforce it.
connecting
They got the
box,
deadlock
trying to
lock,
get
and they're
himself
not
out of
fully on
garage.
top
It's
of
been
it.
down Texture, not needing to do so
Yeah, and
much
Texture
for
did
the squad.
goods though, but
Does well to come away with a second kill, but
dude, Talon look nice, man.
there you have yourself a 2v3 attempt at a retake here for Gen G to stop Talon from getting up the map point. Premi going for the plan, could be forced away.
Grenade is live.
I should know that he got a bit of connection there.
Planted.
Spots out Jit Boys, knows the position of two, spots the head of one, and
Whoa.
cannot find either. Jit Boys.
He got both for that
collects them
swing.
both. Good to see that one back, but Talon now up to map
And
point.
they're
Yes,
owning
please.
them.
Yes, please. Let me see that from Jit's perspective. I thought Primi got one, Jit got the other. This is just so beautiful. From the side of Talon. I mean, the play off this concuss.
Oh,
so
it's
good.
fast as well.
But this is such a good playoff that concuss by Jit Boys to be patient, to not swing, to try to cover his teammate. To
Okay,
just
7
wait until the concuss
chances.
is gonna wear off and they
7
can swing
chances,
together.
and it's honestly been
Just phenomenal work
a
here
masterclass
on
to
the
watch.
Cypher.
It's really nice.
He has been mostly very, very good. I'd say other than that,
And they're doing a lot of
peek up through
AT foots like
courtyard
we said they would need
against
to do.
Karan, and a couple rounds ago, he's been near flawless. He has
And they
been
haven't
reading the map so
really
well, playing this Cypher so
had to go
effectively.
garage
Great
too
lurks.
much. This should be where the comp
just
struggles, right? They do an AD
on
fault,
point.
and then got to clear over towards garage. But
See
the good
Primi
news
can
is
be-
they
he's gonna
have
be
the
ready for that
drone.
player up in the- tucked into the
Drone
corner.
goes over
Haven't seen
towards
that
A,
yet.
spots one close. Like in theory, this comp now
Certainly
can't go
thinking about it,
garage.
but
Whereas like
Alright.
other comps can kind of
Looks like
force
he
it
can
a
hide
little
in
bit,
that
especially with
angle, there's
ISO
enough
can just
space.
shield up sender
Toxic screen and
and
Talon
spam obviously, but
getting a sense that there's a trap
Like,
behind
they
that
should get
wall.
wrecked
In a
here.
committed spot. We'll find one, but cannot
that's a big
get
win
any
still.
damage across on the Cruise, in fact. He's now one away from having
Oh.
that annihilation on line. Munchkin finding the one kill, but again, the trade exchange. The annihilation going to be sent down. That gets a banking shot into the corner?
That got him. I'm not sure
amazed
that
that
was.
one hit, but Karan, he's dead. Cruz has got 3. Primi's looking for the rest, and Texture now in a 1v1. The push in, and Texture
Whoa, 33 HP.
barely stays
Dude, I'm not sure that
alive.
ult's
Gen
meant to
G
hit, but
will get up to 6,
I
but
mean,
they
he
need
missed
6
his ult,
more in a
right? And then it
row
bounced off this wall.
just to take it into overtime.
Oh man.
Well,
I want to. Do we have like a wide view of that annihilation? I want to see like the bird's eye view of that.
Cruz can hit shots like that. I mean, give Minnesota Fats a run for his money. He should be hustling pools.
oh no,
did that on
he
purpose.
did go for it on
Okay.
purpose.
Incredible. We didn't get to see it quite, but he just at
Respect.
the end.
It looked like it was going in towards
That's
the alley.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
That's what I thought.
what I
but he
thought as well. I
adjusted
started
just a
looking at the
little bit.
minimap to see
Incredible.
what else he was going for.
All right, well,
Hey, that was cool.
with that round win, Gen G call their last time out. It's hard to decipher.
Meant
If
it?
this
I
is
100% meant it, and I've seen the
In a
replay.
real attempt to try to get these 6 in a row, or to just quell whatever nerves and issues maybe cropping up here in the comms and get them ready for a next map.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, sometimes as a coach, you know, you still have that timeout. Might as well use it to, I mean, again, this is one of the situations where I feel like Solo should have pulled the trigger on this a few rounds ago, but to at least try to stabilize the team's mentality, get them ready, see if they can string a few more rounds together, get some confidence going into Icebox. Because right now it is all talent all the time for the most part. A few glimpses of hope here and there, but once again, Primi has the outlaw, sees the economic situation that GENG is in. Only Texture can get the full armor through.
Oh, 6 chances left. Outlaw. 4 people that can get one shot.
Weapon.
And
they have a ton of
looking
ults.
like
4 half armors.
They're one away from Primi's.
they want to go for a load of combo over towards C.
Primi just strafing in. Disrespects all the util. Ash blinded up, dead on the jump.
What a play.
Salvo sent.
It's really nice, man.
Picked apart.
Double
Texture's well
salvos.
tagged.
They knew that they would be going for a
As
punish
this
of the orb
is
because
the end
Primi was
of
1
Haven.
away.
Mask will go on. Munchkin, far too late to find anything. The neural theft.
God, they really own them on this Haven.
As he is just strafing in along his back. Out, just playing distract, playing protect. Primi giving over his HP bar to secure the kill. And Texture, you're a damn good player, but I think this is a bridge
Damn,
too
very
far.
man.
13
That was
to
a
6 talent.
performance right there.
Looking
It was a really
absolutely
nice Haven.
electric.
They had some cool rounds, man.
Every
That attack
correct
pistol was
answer
lovely to watch
to
as
every
well.
problem thrown to them here by GENG on GENG's map pick of Haven. Now